Everybody ready? Yeah! All right, now here we go. A one, a two, a one,
Let's get it on. Welcome to the final regular season episode of the Get Sunday Covered podcast. Brandon and Cody are here. We're riding without Jordan tonight. He may or may not have learned a very valuable lesson about fast food, you guys. It's been 13 weeks and the time is now. You're either in the mix for the postseason chase or you're stuck playing spoiler, aka you're trying to avoid the ever dreaded last place. Brandon, where do you find yourself on that spectrum?
Well, I want to start off. Jordan, hope you get better so we can see you next week. In terms of playoffs, I have secured myself in a few leagues. In GSC Maine, I'm on the bubble.
Close, buddy. It's close.
I am
you
on the
gotta
bubble.
win this week.
I have to win. I've dropped the last, 2 or 3?
Yeah, this is do or die time for you.
Yeah, and my team has barely put over 100 points together the last few weeks.
What happened? Mr. Revenge Tour. Come on, buddy. You got to pull this out. You have to pull this out.
Bro, dude, I'm going to be 100% honest. I am not confident in my team at all right now. I
don't like that.
I don't like my team right now. I don't feel good. As much as I was talking and feeling decent about the team throughout the season, I just there's no way, man. My team is just I'm barely putting over 100 points every week while you're on average getting 150 plus. It's not the season for me, man. I've kind of accepted it. I think I have a really good chance in a couple other leagues that I'm in.
Good. Okay.
But yeah, man, in Maine, I don't know. I have a weird, you know, your gut feeling. That's what I got, man. It's just,
I feel you.
I don't know, man. It's either my team's going to turn it on this week and I'm going to go into the playoffs feeling decent, or I'm really, I don't think I'm going to make it, man. I really don't.
Yeah.
I've just been, I just don't know, man. It's tough.
For what it's worth, my guy, I want you to know I am pulling for you. I'm excited for you to, I guess, give it everything you got. It's fantasy, so there's not a whole lot you can do about it. Just pull and pray. Right?
My roster lineup was like perfect this week. I think I could have gotten.
Yeah, I saw that. It was like 99%, and you still barely broke a hundo.
Like my roster, I'm setting the best lineups I can, but my team just shit in the bed.
Here's the thing, though.
And it's weird too. Like if you look at my team throughout the season, like it's like I'll have like 1 week where I barely I'm right around that 100 mark or I'm like right under it. And then I'll have like 3 or 4 weeks where I'm hitting like 130 plus.
Right.
And then I'm right back down. And since the last time I went down to 100, I've just stayed there.
Well, and it's tough in our league too, because even in those in those weeks that you're hitting the 130 plus, you're playing a team that's hitting 135, 140, 150.
Yeah.
You know,
I have a weird feeling that this week I'm gonna be like the second highest point scorer, and I'm playing the guy that beats me, and that's how I misplay.
Brandon, you're doing it wrong. You have to
I have no
manifest this in a
confidence in my
different way.
team.
You have to
I have no
manifest it in a different
confidence.
way, man. No,
Nope.
put the energy out there. No, you're ridiculous. No, I'm all about this. You gotta put that energy out there, man. Coming
I'm
from somebody
telling you,
who's never
dude.
won this league before, put the energy out there, man. This is it. Like you gotta do this.
It's
But
either
that's
the
kind of like,
opposite side is I'm pulling for my team to get hot right now and hit that 130 plus mark for the next few weeks because now is the time that it counts.
hey, if you average 130 over the next 4 weeks, I think you're gonna be fine.
I
But
think I'll have a decent shot at this ship.
eh,
Yeah, if I win this week, I'm playing you round one.
maybe.
So the shit talking could be entertaining to everyone next week.
To be honest with you, dude, I'm terrified of that because I know there's going to be a ton of hype behind it. You're going to get into the playoffs. You're going to be terrified to play me. And then my team's just going to. So stop with your energy
I look
right now.
forward to
Just
it.
quit. Just let fantasy play out the way that it's been playing out because I'm looking great right now. I feel real good.
Till your team has an off week and then you're fudged. You better hope that
Well,
off week is this week. Just saying.
hey, now's the time that it counts, man. And that's what I love about this time of year too, is because I feel like it kind of brings back that energy of the excitement. You know what I mean? If you made it in to the top bracket, you're there. The excitement is right back there. You know, from draft day through, trade deadline and then into the playoffs. That's just like when you're in the trenches, you're making your moves and stuff. But now this is it, man. This is the last week. After this, we're in playoffs.
Yep.
The excitement is right back up to the level that it was when we drafted our teams. We put in all the work. Now it becomes, in my opinion, like another league, right? You can forget about those other teams that are just out of it.
Yep.
Don't worry about them. Now it's a mind game, right? So
Now
who's
everyone's starting at 0. All that matters is this week and this week only.
100% doesn't matter. And prime example, Joe, he's been riding in the number one slot since what, week 4?
He's
Week
been
3?
yeah.
He was
Guess
taken
what?
down this week. Shout out Jordan. Wish you were here, buddy. Jordan is the new number one spot in GSC Maine, our defending champion, our 2-time champion.
Is he going back to back?
We cannot let this happen. I'm telling you right now that this
We
cannot
cannot
happen.
let his ego get any bigger.
This cannot happen. I'm telling you right now, we're kicking him off the podcast. If he wins this again, no way.
We don't want to
He's
hear
out.
it, Jordan. You're done.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep feeding him fast food so he's sick. I'm excited, man. Playoffs are coming. I think it's a really interesting waiver week. There's a lot of really interesting players to pick up. There's a lot of teams that need really interesting players. I love this time of year. I'm hyped, dude. And I hope you're in there with me. So if you're
I'm
not,
hyped.
I'm
I
gonna
already
talk
know.
so much shit to you.
Huh?
I said, because if you're not in it with me, I'm gonna talk so much shit to you.
It's okay. As long as I don't get last, I'll be all right.
That's it, right? You just gotta
Like,
play to not be last. That's
as long
all
as
you
I'm not
need.
last, I'm fine. I'll live with it. Just my luck, though, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in for one more. We are gonna we have a quick question this week. Our hot topic, as always, a couple of club reminders, things that are upcoming since we're approaching the end of the fantasy season, as well as games of the week. So, Brandon, as we jump into it, I just want to.
How are your fantasy teams doing? Where are you at?
I'm good. I'm
I know in Dynasty you're
not.
out.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Dynasty, dude. Dynasty is
My teams
hard.
became nasty. I even lost
Dynasty is
Dobbins.
real hard.
Dynasty is
That's
difficult, bro. And there's
it's
nothing
a
on the waiver.
different monster.
It's oh, bro. Dynasty is next level, and like it's either like you're in it now or you're out and you're trying to make moves for the next season. It's that
I
weird time, man.
I want to shout out all of the guys that we are in the Dynasty League with because there's definitely like at least half a dozen of them that this is clearly not their first time doing this. And
No.
I'll be honest with you guys, full disclosure, I am not good at Dynasty. Like my draft was okay, but like looking, like once you like you said, I'm out and
Unless your
looking
team throws up.
in
So
the
you're
future and
five and
stuff
eight
like
in
that,
there.
it's so hard.
You would need the 6 and 7 teams to lose this week. And even if you had that happen, you would only jump up to 7 because you're 240 points back from the 6 seed. So
Yeah.
you would need
And
a impossible week this week, basically, to jump up to the 6 seed, which won't happen.
it's not going to happen. But I do
You're
think
out.
it's worth mentioning, the guys like Jimmy 2018, we've mentioned him before, Jack Carricker and Leaf Bug 419. I love the engagement and I like
Mm-hmm.
it's really like kind of motivation for me to like step up your game, honestly, because this isn't minor league stuff here and I love it. But Dynasty I am out. Um I
Dude, there
just
was
took
a
over
tie
first
in
place.
Dynasty this week. Like, dead tie. First one in any of my fantasies this season.
I had one in Pacific Northwest this year, which was pretty cool. Wow,
See him often.
146.04. Uh Mac G11B against the replacements. 146.04. That's pretty wild. But it does happen.
Yeah, you don't see him fairly
Fantasy
often.
sucks that way.
I wish there was like a tiebreaker you could have.
Points four, my guy. Points four. Just to answer your question, Brandon, I just took over first place in my work league, highest
Nice.
scoring
Not a
team.
boy.
It's a three-way tie as far as the record, but I do have them in points. Um, Pacific Northwest, man, I dropped another one this week that I really should
Oh
not have.
no.
So I'm pretty close to the bubble.
I'm feeling really good in Mountain West. I just jumped up to the 2 seed.
Nice.
So I'm looking at possibly a bye next week as long as I win. But my points for are way better than all the guys at 8 and 5. I mean, I got 125 point lead on the guy in third. So I'm feeling good. Like I'm solidified in that playoffs in this league. But oh man, there's so many teams at 8 and 5. There's literally 4 teams at 8 and 5 right now.
Why it's so wild when it comes down to this, man, because it,
Man,
it, it
it's
literally could be the difference of one last game.
yeah,
My Elevate '08 league, shout out Lucas. I am 100% out of it. There's no way.
really.
I'm 2 games behind the bubble, so it can't happen. However, I've won 3 out of the last 4 and really screwed some stuff up for some people. So that has been kind of fun. I was basically 100% out of it, like week 6, week 7. Like my team is just not good, but I've been able to pull out some dubs. So
I
I'm
feel
making
really
it
good.
difficult for some people.
I'm the 4 seed right now in that league, and I play the last place team this week. And it's the guy that won last year, and he's in dead last.
Oh,
And I'm like, let's
brutal.
fucking go. Like, I'm like, I feel good. Like, I'm in. All I have to do is win this week, and I'm pretty much solidified. But even
Love
if I
it.
do lose, I think I'll be okay because I do believe. Yeah, some of these 7 and 5 teams are playing all the 8 and 5 teams or the higher seats. So I'm like, all right, like
So you're saying there's a chance.
I'm feeling good. The guy in third, I'm 5 points behind him. So all I need to do is outscore him by 5 points this week, and I jump up to the 3 seed
Not bad.
and win,
Not
obviously.
bad.
But
The
yeah,
last one, aside from GSC Main, which I have locked down third for this week, not guaranteed as of yet. But the last one that I have to talk about is Jordan's league. So I'll just give him a quick shout out for GSC Colorado. He's sitting at the 5 spot, excuse me, the 6 spot. Him and I are tied with a 6-7 record. I'm right there on the bubble for the points for, but we're both locked into the playoffs. So
there
we're
you go.
in. That's all that matters. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with waivers again this week. We talked about this, but there's a couple, just like GSC Maine, there's a couple of teams that are kind of separated themselves from everybody else. So
Yeah,
just trying to shoot them down essentially. But glad to be in it at least.
there you go. It's all that matters, my friend. All that matters. All right.
As we move forward, Brandon, we do have a quick question this week from the Weatherman 2817. He wants to know, or they, excuse me, want to know, where would you like to see an international NFL game? As obviously, I'm guessing probably aside from where they've already been held.
Yeah, I mean, I would say so. Um, so what that takes out Brazil, Mexico, London, Germany. That's where they've been so far.
Yes. Yes. I feel
I
like there was
mean,
one more, but
maybe. I'm not quite sure.
that's okay.
But regardless, man, like I'm kind of in between two right now. Um, it'd be cool to like see something in like Barcelona or, Spain. It'd be sick, especially like at those soccer stadiums that, have a whole bunch of history and stuff. Like, Real Madrid, Barcelona. That'd be cool. But
Yeah.
I mean, the one that really sticks out to me that I could see legit happening, Dubai. Dubai would be so sick.
Oh my God.
So sick.
Can you imagine, dude?
It'd just be so hot. So you'd have to
Like
like figure out the weather.
Dubai could literally I can just picture them picturing or excuse me, building
A,
a stadium
a
specifically
stadium,
for just an international game.
right? Like,
That
oh, he's so
dude,
sick. That would be
insane.
that would be up there for me.
I
I'd
like
just
that.
be curious, like, when's the time to go to Dubai? Because the weather out there is hot. I mean, you're in the desert.
Where
So,
is Dubai?
uh, like Arab Emirates, Middle East,
I,
like India, bro.
if you asked me to point it out on a map, I couldn't do it.
Um, to the left of China. How about that?
Just keep going around the club, you'll find it. I like that idea. That'd be sick, dude. Like the most exquisite meals and like you mentioned a VIP package to a Dubai NFL game.
Um, what are they starting at? Because my guess is probably 100,000 per person.
Yeah, and the NFL would send the Giants and the Cowboys. Or the Giants and the Jags. Like you know they would, dude. Be like, here, enjoy this. We'll get this game at a discount. You guys
Seriously.
have fun.
Oh, what about you?
Um, for me, man, can the NFL catch up with the other major sports and like send a game to Canada? I don't know why. I just feel
How
like
about just have a team in Canada, bro?
that's what I'm saying.
What do you have? You have NBA, you have Toronto. NHL, you got like 5 teams. Basketball,
I'm
you
s-
got I already said basketball. MLB, you got Toronto.
Toronto.
Like
Like
Toronto is the main hub
eh,
for
Toronto is
everything. But
basically northern New York.
yes. Oh, goodness, hold on. No, don't touch.
But like I just build a dome, send somebody up there. Like, come on. You got the CFL.
Bro, you have a dome. It's in Toronto.
Yes, that's my point. I just feel like it's an untapped thing for this major sports organization. Like I'm curious to know why this hasn't happened yet.
I mean, I'm thinking the
I
CFL since it's up there, but bro,
Who watches the CFL, bro?
thank you. And
Honestly.
also, every other major sports league has a team in Canada. Put a team in Canada. I mean, everyone does it. It's pretty simple, I'm sure, to get through customs
All
as a
right.
pro team.
I'll do you one better. We'll just go back a couple of episodes where we talked about where would you put an NFL franchise in the US. Let's just use northern North Dakota, right on the border, build a stadium, international slash BFE US game. You know people are gonna go. You know they will.
True.
I guarantee you put a game anywhere, I promise you it sells out.
But don't know.
I don't care where it's at.
So here's my question. Are Toronto fans Bills fans? Or are they Jets or Giants fans?
Mm, I don't know, man. Like,
Because you're close. Toronto's right there to Buffalo.
mm, that's a great question. What? Hey, if you're listening from Canada, please answer that for us because that's a great
Curious. I want to
question.
know. If you're in Canada, where would you put a team in Canada?
And who are you rooting for? If you're not from Toronto, if you are from Toronto,
If
wherever you're
if you're
from,
in Canada,
what's your NFL
who's
team?
your
I'm
team?
curious. Yeah. See, this is we're doing so much work for the NFL right now. Like this is ridiculous. We should be getting paid.
Yeah, I agree. NFL, send us a licensing agreement. We'll sign it. Thank you.
We'll get you fans from all over.
We are
Oh,
international. I mean,
ridiculous.
hey, shout out to our fans in Germany. We see you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Keep tuning in. We appreciate you guys.
We do. We do. Germany, Japan, the Philippines. I don't think Ryan's still there anymore, but
I did see he
dude,
sent a text today. Welcome
I
back,
know.
Ryan. Welcome back to the
Welcome
group
back,
text.
Ryan.
Like, good to see your name pop up today. It's been
Sounds like he might jump onto the merch store. I don't know.
yeah.
We might talk about that in a minute.
Oh, ooh, that. Stay tuned for that. With that being said, Cody, I want to jump into a hot topic this week. Um, Obviously, everyone's seen what happened Sunday night.
Uh-oh.
Christian
What are you talking about?
McCaffrey,
Oh no.
UCL. I'm gonna say it. You think it's curtains? Because I think it might be. I mean, he's getting close to 30. I don't
For his
know.
career? You think
I
it's
don't know,
curtains for his
man.
career?
I think he might be done, man.
Ah,
I think so. I mean,
dude,
I don't know. That's tough, man.
listen,
Shout out Christian too, because I know Christian. I ran track with him in high school. So
I've got mad love for Christian McCaffrey. I'm not going to buy into the Madden curse and all of that nonsense. The dude is a generational talent.
he's 28.
I don't think it's curtains, man. I really don't. No, he's going to come back next year. Listen, okay,
You had so many setbacks this year, bro.
he
So
did,
what?
and
Okay,
that's kind of my
so
point. But
here's the question: If where does Christian McCaffrey fall to in drafts next year? I'm guessing at least rounds 5 to 7.
You're out of your goddamn mind.
There's
There's
no
no
way.
way.
No
No.
way. Where are you taking him then?
Mid second, late
No
second at the
way.
latest. No way, dude. Absolutely not. Here's what's going to happen.
Look at Nick Chubb.
The
Where did
the
Nick Chubb
Niner
fall this year?
no. Did you I will fiercely debate you on this.
Have at
I
it. Let's
understand.
go.
I understand that Christian McCaffrey has not been a model of pure health throughout his career. However, he came into the season hurt, right? He's only been back for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, man.
Yeah.
The Niners are no less than toast right now.
They're done.
Like their division is up for grabs, but with a beaten up Brock Purdy, minus CMC and minus Jordan Mason, they might be phoning it in this season. They've been putting in a ton of work to try to get to the Super Bowl, which they did and fell short. Okay. I am not going to attribute any of that stuff to Christian McCaffrey being done. In my opinion, I think he comes back. I think he's probably a 29-year-old version of himself, but I will still take 29-year-old Christian McCaffrey at 100% health over half of the other guys that we're looking at fantasy right now. Like the dude's insane. And in that system with Kyle Shanahan, should Kyle Shanahan stay
He's not
as the
going
head
anywhere.
coach?
There's no way. Um,
Just like there's no way that Christian McCaffrey is going to retire this year. There's absolutely not. You disagree?
I think I mean, I'd love to see Christian back on the football field, but I think I mean, if he does come back, he's coming back next year, and I don't know, man. I don't think he'll look the same. I'll say that.
Well, sure. I mean,
He ain't gonna be the CMC that we've all loved, right?
I think the CMC of last year is probably gone.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
even this season though, like when he did play, what'd you get out of him?
honestly, dude, I don't know if he was 100%.
I don't think so. And that's the
And not
thing
to
is
mention the Niners weren't 100%. Like the
right,
O-line
but
was
like,
wrecked.
dude, you would at least get 15 out of him, right? Did he even break 15 points?
I don't think so.
I don't think he broke 15 points once this year. I mean, let me look because
Well, I mean, the Niners have been trash. You know, it's hard when you see teams like this, minus the Chiefs, obviously, but when they have all of the pieces in place and then all of a sudden one crack happens and they lose an offensive lineman and then they lose a receiver and then they lose a couple of defensive guys and then all of a sudden these games that they should be absolutely dominating become a lot more difficult than they thought it was going to be and a lot more close than they thought it was going to be. So guys are getting more snaps and guys are getting more, rugged play than they would be compared to what you thought. And then all of a sudden, it's a trickle down effect, man. Like it's not the same Niners team that we saw this last year. And this is what I said at the beginning of the season. Like it doesn't look good.
so the most Christian McCaffrey had was 16.7. He didn't even score a touchdown this season.
No. And that's insane to me. That blows my mind and it breaks my heart for anybody that drafted him of period, but
Oh,
first overall.
he
Brutal.
yeah.
Brutal, dude.
CMC fans are down. this year, man. I'm curious to honestly see how many CMC fans made the playoffs this year, or people that drafted CMC. I'm curious to know the statistics of how many of those teams that drafted him have made the playoffs for their fantasy leagues. I'm openly curious.
Sound off, guys. If you drafted CMC and you made the playoffs, let us know, because I would love to know that as well. I know in at least 3 of my leagues that I can think of off the top of my head, the CMC drafter did not make it.
Same. I don't think in any of my leagues the guy that drafted CMC made the playoffs. I'll have to double check, but to my knowledge, no.
Now, do you think that's a correlation to like the weight of the first overall pick or the first round pick?
I mean, I don't know, because some of the first rounders aren't healthy this year, right? Like, I mean, obviously CMC, you also lost. Who else did you lose this year? Godwin. Godwin was up there in the second round in a couple of my leagues. I mean, you lost some of these guys that were in the top 2 rounds. I know people that took CMC, Godwin, and Dobbins, and they're out all 3 now.
Pulling up our draft results from this last year. We'll recap the first 10 picks of our draft this year. Christian McCaffrey went first. Ryan is basically out. Amon-Ra St. Brown second. Tyreek Hill went third to Joe, of all people, who has been number 1 in our league for basically the entire year.
Mm-hmm.
Jamar Chase fourth. Justin Jefferson to Jordan at 5th.
CD.
You took CeeDee Lamb at 5. AJ Brown, Bijan, Brees Hall, and Garrett Wilson. So really the only one lost to injury was CMC.
Okay, what about round 2?
Okay, we're running back for round 2. Saquon, whom I tried to trade for multiple times, and I wish he would have done it.
I did too. I wanted the Jalen Saquon stack. Never got
Honestly, let's pin this. Saquon for MVP, dude. Stop with this quarterback stuff. Saquon is going
Seriously.
nuts. Marvin Harrison at the 202. Jahmyr Gibbs. Travis Etienne. Brutal.
Hurt.
Drake London. Jonathan Taylor. Derrick Henry. Devonta Adams. Sam Laporta, Travis
hurt.
Kelce to round out the second round. This was our draft for this past year. CMC is far and away the biggest letdown.
Yep.
And it shows, man. Just for reference, Ryan went Christian McCaffrey, Travis Kelce, Josh Allen with his first 3 picks. To put that into perspective, for the majority of the season, Ryan wasn't scoring fantasy points until round 3. Like, is essentially what that means. Like,
Yeah.
right? Like, your first 2 picks were basically dog shit until week 8,
Yep.
week 7. You know? So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I've always talked about this. 10 years in GSC, and I have never had the 101. And I'll be honest, I don't know that I want it, dude.
I wouldn't.
I don't think I want it.
Hey, and to be 100% honest with you, even if I had the 101 this year, I personally was not taking CMC. I was taking either JJ or Amon Ra. And I had Amon Ra on my radar of who I would have took.
Yeah, I can't lie. I probably would have taken CMC if I had the 101. Just
I
'cause, and honestly, that's more because I've never had shares of him. Not in this league, anyway.
so I've looked in all of my leagues. One league, the McCaffrey holder made playoffs. That's 7 leagues.
Yeah, it's probably similar for me, honestly. Like I said, at least the three that I can think of off the top of my head,
And
no,
three
they're
of
out.
three of the 16 leagues that I'm in, the person who drafted CMC dead last.
So you think CMC is going to be like a mid-round pick next year, like 5, 6?
I do.
There's no
I,
way.
I just don't honestly, I think people aren't going to have a good feeling, especially I mean, I know all the 101 holders this year, they're like, I'm not drafting him in the first round. Look what happened to me this year. If he
I
gets to
mean,
maybe round 3. That's this high I
you're
see him
telling
probably
me
going.
you have the 204 next year and Christian McCaffrey sitting there. You're not taking him.
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
If you knew he was coming back at 100% health, Brock Purdy's at 100% health, their O line's 100% health, you're not about it?
I don't want him.
I
That's
don't
my
know
hot
quite
topic.
why that.
I don't want him.
That's
I'll go get
I'll tell
Saquon,
you
bro.
guys right now. I'll tell you guys right now, like mid to late first, I'll take him again. High risk, high reward.
I personally just nope. I'm good. And just who knows? I just I
Fair enough.
I'm out. I'm out. I'm good. Now,
So
however,
with him, yeah, go ahead.
go ahead. You were going. Go ahead.
Well, with him being out, obviously we saw now Jordan Mason is out.
Wild.
Waivers are
I'm curious how many people are going to pick up Jordan Mason though, because they don't. They some people were like, "Oh,
I hope
CFC's
you don't make
done,"
that mistake.
but like, I'm curious if I'm when I'm going through waivers in the morning, how many people picked up Jordan Mason?
I'll tell you that I put in a waiver claim for Jordan Mason in like 3 different leagues before yesterday.
Oh, I did it Sunday night. I put in Jordan
Yeah.
Mason right away, and
Yeah.
dude, to be 100% honest with you, I was shooting myself in the foot when CMC went down because I held Jordan Mason and then I let him go. And I was like, fuck. And then he's
All
going to
right.
IR and it made me feel a little bit better. Like, okay, I don't feel bad
Yeah.
about dropping him right now, but still,
Yes.
man. Oh, rough.
Isaac Arendo is next in line.
Patrick Taylor, right? Practice squad. Moving up. Back up.
I don't know who that is.
I think that's their backup now.
This
Patrick Taylor.
Garendo's going to be
The guy?
a number one for waiver wire pickups. By the time you guys are listening to this
He's
will have already
gone.
happened for you.
He's gone. Long gone. And if he's available, you better go snag him quick.
But I'm going to pitch it to you guys this way. If you're picking him up, if you've already picked him up, is he really worth it? Because I don't know, man.
I don't know, because to be
And the
100%
reason,
honest with you, if you have Debo, I'm feeling more confident with Debo in the backfield than Garendo. I'm
please
just
say
gonna
that
say
again.
it.
I need that to be the case. But
Debo will probably be more of their back than Garendo, I think.
I don't know.
Then
My
again, I don't know
concern,
because you do have Ayuk out too. I just thought about that. But Debo will
here's
be
my
in the backfield.
concern. I wish I had the knowledge and the ability to look at this as an NHL owner, or excuse me, NFL owner and coach. Do the Niners really have anything to play for?
Spoiler,
I
that's about
know
it. I mean,
I know that the division it's doable. And the hero story, and like, it could happen. I love that. I'm here for that. But honestly, in my opinion, I think, and I don't feel bad about this, but I think the Niners are done. Minus CMC, minus Ayuk, like you said. Purdy's banged up. Obviously, no team is going out there to lose. But like, is Garenda really gonna get the workload that you expect out of a CMC or Jordan Mason? I don't know, man. I don't see it.
no.
I don't think
He
so.
might he's gonna be touchdown dependent for boomer bust weeks, I think.
That's what I mean. Like, he might get a good run and get into the end zone a couple of times, but like, he's, in my opinion, not either of those guys that were aforementioned. Like,
No.
he's just not.
He had a decent like 60-yard run earlier this year, but
I mean, he's fast. The dude is elite speed for sure.
yeah, but we'll see. If
I
he's available,
know.
snag him up because I mean you at least have an RB1 there. With that
I'm
being
excited
said,
to see what happens with the waivers this week.
yeah, it'll be super interesting. Um, Reminder, playoffs are about to start. So Champions League coming sooner than you think.
Getting close, guys. This time in
Or
a month, we'll
but are
know who's
you
in.
gonna win a league to get in the Champions League at least?
Goddamn right, I'm gonna win our league. What are you talking about? I'm gonna win a league.
Good
Yeah,
luck.
100%.
Good luck. I'm pulling for
Are
you.
you?
If I don't make playoffs, I'm pulling for you, man.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Gotta see my co-commissioner at least win.
Yeah. And guys, with that Champions League, I just want to, put this out there. We want to really make this thing, meet with you guys, get everybody together in a group chat and go over kind of the settings and how we're going to run this league and when it's going to start, how we're going to draft, how, the format, things of that nature. So please pay attention. If you're up there in one of our main leagues that we have, please keep paying attention because we're going to do something special for you guys for the Champions League next year.
Yes. Also, I'm gonna be dropping some pretty cool content next week after playoffs are solidified. So stay tuned for that on our social media channel at Get Sunday Covered on Instagram and Facebook. Um, Cody, you watch NCAA basketball?
Yeah. Rock
Have you
chalk,
been
baby.
watching at
Rock
all
chalk.
lately?
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. I don't know. Last time I watched college basketball was, I think, March, when I won our March Madness bracket.
Oh, oh, you gonna try and run it back this year?
You're goddamn right. I'm going to
I
try to
think we're
run it
gonna have
back.
quite a bit more people this season.
Good. Bring them on.
So, guys,
Bring
uh,
them on.
within the group, we'll be sending out info regarding March Madness. Just know we're getting
It's
ready
getting
for
to be that
it.
time, guys.
It's gonna flash in a jiff. I mean, we're gonna get through this NFL season real quick. Playoffs are gonna go by, and then March Madness is like a month after. So beware. We'll make sure you guys have the opportunity, I don't know if we're going to do a money pool or if we're just going to do a free pool. We'll kind of post a poll within the group. If you're not part of the group, shoot us a message on Instagram or Facebook. We'll make sure you guys get the link to join. Um,
And bring your A game. You're going to need it.
I'm so pissed about like 4 years ago when Gonzaga lost to Baylor. Motherfuckers.
You lost so much money on that.
I lost so much, bro. I'm so mad. I lost 50 grand, dog. I
Yeah.
had a perfect bracket from the Sweet 16 all the way through, and Baylor decided to fudge me over.
That's unreal, dude.
I at least hedged it. So I at least did hedge it so I didn't lose, but man, I could have won so much.
And for you guys that want to play this year, it's super fun. It's super easy, super hands off. You set your
It'll be
bracket,
through
you leave it
Sleeper.
alone. And I do want you to let you know that this last year we had
30?
20 plus, yeah, 30
Somewhere around there?
players. It came down to a tiebreaker. It's a lot of fun. It's one of the best times of year for sports, in my opinion. There, you get a couple of days where it's just constant games all day long. It's a lot of fun. We'd love to be engaged with you guys this year. So please let us know if you'd like to be a part of it. I do have one more also for you guys. I want to give a quick shout out to any of my Supercross and motocross fans out there. Get Sunday Covered likes to cover all of the fantasy sports, and this is another one that's coming up here in the next 3 to 4 weeks. I will be rolling out a fantasy Supercross league. If you're not familiar with it, check out rmfantasy.com. It's you pick your top 5 riders each week. You get points per each rider. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to watch. If you're not familiar with Supercross, check it out. It is a good way to fill your Saturdays once college football is over, but that's going to be rolling out as well. So we got a lot of stuff coming up, guys. The Get Sunday Covered Fantasy Football Club does not sleep after the Super Bowl. We do have a lot of stuff going on, so pay attention.
Nice. Oh, that's cool. I've been doing fantasy hockey. I'm sucking butt, but hey, I won this last week in both my leagues, so can't be mad.
Dude, fantasy hockey's hard, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. I literally just looked. I was like, "Oh, I haven't even set a lineup this week. Oops."
Our GSC NBA league is going pretty well. I am sitting at a happy, let's see, 4-2 in fourth place in the league. So let's go.
Sweet. Well, Cody, what we got going forward? We're almost all wrapped up here.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up.
So, Cody, I was looking. We're all officially tied on our picks. 22 out of 35 games.
Now how I let that happen. I had you guys. I had you guys. Been slacking. I've been slacking. But it's been fun. Honestly, I think there's been a lot of really exciting games. And I think the three of us, shout out Jordan, again, we miss you, bud. I think we've done pretty good at picking like the exciting games of the week.
Yeah, we've picked some solid matchups as we've gone throughout the season.
Not too bad. We've done pretty well. 22 of 35 for the three of us, I think is pretty decent in my opinion. Well, let's go ahead and give you guys our games
We're
of the
picking
week
the
for
solid
this week.
matchups too. You got to think about that. We're picking the tough like 50-50 games. So we're doing
Yeah.
I mean, we're
Yeah.
over 50%, so I'll gladly take that. In the betting
Yeah,
world, we're
100%.
winning.
That is true. That is true. I'll go ahead and kick it off, Brandon, if you're cool with that. I'm gonna go this week with the Browns at the Steelers.
Ooh.
It's a rematch from 2 weeks ago, the Blizzard Bowl.
Browns won.
Fantastic game. I thought it was really good. The Browns won. That's one of these games that I lost in our Pick'ems league. Um, last night, 2 nights ago, Jameis Winston put up almost 500 yards and 4 touchdowns against what
Against
I
a
consider to be a
top
really
five
good
D.
defense. Yeah. Steelers gave up almost 40 points to the Bengals. Joe Burrow went for 309 and 3 touchdowns. I think this game is going to be fantastic to watch. This one is in Pittsburgh. So I do expect the Steelers to have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. But I'll be honest, man, I kind of feel like the Browns are going to sweep it.
Really? I'm gonna
I
go.
do.
I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh in this one. I think Pittsburgh will get their revenge here.
I
But
like the Browns. Give me the Browns.
you're taking Cleveland. Wow.
They're
Jordan, make
going.
sure you text us over your picks. I already know this one. Jordan's gonna take Pittsburgh in this one as he is a Pittsburgh fan. Give me 1 second. I gotta deal with Theo.
You're good. You're good. I just want to dive a little bit more into that. Look, the game on Monday night was insane between the Browns and the Broncos. I think Jameis Winston has done a lot for this offense. He's really fired up Jerry Jeudy, Elijah Moore. The running game is, I don't think, quite what we expected it to be, but Nick Chubb and Jerome Ford as a 1-2 punch is nothing to scoff at. I don't know,
Man, Jerry
man.
Judy robbed me this week, man. If I would have played him in a league, I would have won by a point.
See? Yeah, it was. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was a career game for Judy.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah,
200 and what? 200 some yards?
yeah. This Browns offense
Wild.
is clicking.
I'm sorry. Jameis has solidified himself just like Darnold has. They are starters in the NFL. I'm sorry.
They're good. They're good
They're
quarterbacks.
good quarterbacks. And bro, I honestly love Jameis Winston.
He's so funny, dude.
His interviews are perfection. Like it's so entertaining.
So funny. You
Let's
got Steelers. I got Browns. Pretty sure Jordan's got Steelers. Let's move on to yours, Brent.
my pick this week, I'm gonna take the Seahawks going down to Arizona. Like this matchup, they did just
Divisional
play
matchup. Let's go.
2 weeks ago. I think this will be for the top seed in the NFC West, if I was looking at it correctly.
I
But
think so.
I like this. I think that Arizona's going to get it done. They're going to stay up on this, and that's who I'm going to take in this matchup.
Not much debate there with me. I agree. I think Gino's been
Mid.
playing like trash. And I think with the extension that they just gave James Conner in Arizona, Marvin Harrison Jr.'s got to get something going before the end of the season. They're playing for the division lead. Yeah, give me the Cardinals, man. I like it. At home, for sure.
At home, yep. And then it did look like Jordan had a game of the week. What did he have, Cody?
Jordan gave us the Packers at the Lions.
Ooh, Thursday night.
Uh,
That's a great matchup for Thursday night. That's
decent game.
a good game.
Yeah. Curious, are we gonna get, my guy, Romeo Dobbs? Is he gonna play? And if he's gonna play, is it really gonna make a difference? I don't know. I like Detroit at home here.
Agreed.
I've been saying it for a couple of weeks. I just think they're just what Detroit does. They go in and they control the game.
Yep.
They pulled out a close one against Chicago. I think it was a little closer than honestly it really needed to be. They lost a couple of guys on defense, but this team came super close last year, and they're at the point in this season where they can taste it this year. They're fired up, man. I'm at the point where I'm not betting against the Lions. Give me Detroit.
Agreed. Yep. I'm going Lions as well in this. We'll be sure to get Jordan's picks, let you guys know for next week's episode. Going into just kind of closing out tonight or to this episode for you guys. Just so you know, we now have a merch store.
Let's
So
go.
if you want hoodies, if you want hats, not this hat, like it's kind of like
GSC hats.
GSC hats, hoodies, shirts, beanies. We got glassware. If you want a beer
We
glass,
do have glassware.
you want a whiskey glass. Got
Matter of
those
fact,
on there.
My dad has
Okay.
the whiskey glass, and he
How does he
said
like
it
it?
works fantastically.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love it.
he loves it.
It looks
Loves it.
great.
It holds up well in the dishwasher. Nothing's fading off. It's high quality. It's good stuff, guys.
Just so you guys know, I have the embroidered GSC hoodie with the shield on the back. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. There you go. Cody is wearing a shirt
Rocking the
from our
shirt,
first run,
shield
from
on
our
the back.
test run. Shield on the back. It'll have the fantasy logo on the front. Cody also has the fantasy hoodie where the big club logo is on the front. There's a lot of things for you guys to choose. There's even, Cody, we just added sweatpants and sweat shorts.
Oh my dude, the shorts, I'm all about it. They're
I
so sick.
I was
It's
going through and I was like, oh, because you guys, we sent this out to the main group and everyone was like, well, we should add some sweatpants. So as I was making it, getting kind of the design finished up, I was like, oh, if I make pants, I feel like I got to make some shorts. And then I created the shorts and I was like, oh, yep, these are it.
and guys, I'm telling you, this is
It's good quality.
it's
I will
good
tell you
quality
that.
stuff. It's comfortable. It's nice to wear. The shorts, they fit well, cinch them up, casual, rep the club. It's nice, man. And if you're looking to give some gifts, send it to somebody in your league, send it to one of us. Go right ahead. The store is open.
Yes. Store is open. Link is below in the bio, as well as on all of our social media at Get Sunday Covered. Well, with that being said, that'll wrap up another episode of the Get Sunday Covered podcast. Be sure to hit us up to get you guys' Sundays covered if you have any questions. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. But till next week, peace.
Hey, get ready for playoffs, guys. Let's go. Peace.
Ooh.